Hey everybody, it's Jenny and I am back today. These are the stickers I am going to be using. This is from Little Red Prince. She actually no longer sells stickers in the printed form. She does have a printable shop, and that's how old they are. Is that so old that she doesn't even have a shop anymore. So they're a couple years old, pulling them from my stash, but I still thought they were really cute. The reason they were still in my stash was because, I have transitioned to a style that uses decorative stickers as well as full box stickers, and she doesn't sell decorative stickers. So it was always really hard for me to use these kits. But I figured out this week I was able to use this kit with a stamp set from Coco Daisy because the leaves looked really similar, or at least one of the leaves looked really similar. And so knew that I could stamp in the blank spots. So you can see that I did my 3 boxes in my decorative or my visual triangle. And really honestly, I think one of these weeks I'm going to try doing it without the visual triangle and just doing it day by day and see what I think about that. I mean, no real reason, just because it seems like it might be a fun little challenge to do something a little bit different. I was excited to have a mild liner that matched. I mean, obviously yellow and orange would have too, but the blue was kind of a fun addition for fall. Definitely not in the usual color palette for fall, but I thought it went really well with the orange and the yellow. So I am filling out the stuff that I already know that I have going on throughout the week. It gives me a good glance overview, if you will, for the week. So I know I can just look and be like, oh yeah, boom, I've got this on Tuesday. And then I will go back each day and fill in the little things that happened or little to-dos or happy mail or those types of things. This kit came with some quarter boxes and some half boxes, and I'm just alternating those with the writing directly on the paper. For this particular planner, for some reason, I just really like that a lot. I feel like it gives added pops of color and it really makes the layouts a little bit more interesting. Now, I do find that I need mostly half boxes and sometimes larger and not so many quarter boxes. However, the quarter boxes definitely serve their purpose. I can absolutely use them for like my son's work schedule and stuff like that where I don't need a ton of information. I've talked about that in the past too, where I could absolutely write a lot of stuff and I have really bad handwriting. So honestly, I could probably not add decorative elements at all. However, I don't need that much information for most of the things. Most of the things I can just get by with some initials because not just initials, but like a time and initials and like work or class or that kind of thing because I already know where that stuff is. So like I guess I get that you guys don't. Like I write that down and you're like, "Oh my gosh, where is that?" Okay, maybe you don't actually think that because why would you? But you get what I'm saying. These are great alphabet stickers from scrapbook.com, by the way. I'm going to link them up for you below. I hadn't ever used these before, but I purchased them recently to try. They have some very similar, like in some sticker books that I used in the past couple of years, but these were great. They were nice and sturdy feeling like cardstock stickers, and they were inexpensive. I want to say the sheet was like $2 or something. They're a super basic font, and I absolutely love that. Like it just works great for me because I find that you can use them for all kinds of different layouts. All right, so now we're going to go back and we're going to start on over and we're going to write the things. I had absolutely nothing on Monday to add. There was just nothing additionally going on. And honestly, what that usually means is that the day was really busy because there was so much going on that I didn't even have a ton of time to write stuff down. So we're just going to do Tuesday instead, which I'm perfectly okay with. Now, see, I had a big lot of space there. So I added the full box up there on top. And again, we've talked about this before, but I try to vary what I'm going to do with the decorative elements. So you can see here I'm going to now add a stamp. This was that Coco Daisy leaf stamp that went really well. I'm going to clean that off. I just sprayed a little bit of the stamp cleaner on the stamp scrubber and cleaned that off. Now, let me tell you about that a little bit. So I recently switched to this method because I was really having a hard time finding baby wipes that I was satisfied with. Again, it's a personal preference thing. And I really like this method. However, I do find that it's a little messy. So like after I've cleaned the stamp, So then there's some excess liquid, and sometimes it's got some ink still in it, so it might be like slightly black, and then that gets on my fingers. So I'm thinking maybe I'll bring a microfiber cloth into the equation to sort of clean that up, because I do like how clean the stamps get, and I do like how easy this is, and I'm not throwing anything away every time. So I don't know. Anyway, in case you're wondering about how the stamp cleaning is going around here. You can also see that I added a couple of maple leaves down at the bottom as well. They don't necessarily go with the kit, but I really like the stamps, so I thought that the overall theme went together okay. We have filled out Wednesday, and you can see how I just used up an entire sheet of icon stickers. Woohoo! It's always exciting when you use a full sheet of stickers. I just absolutely love that. And I think this week I actually finished off 2 sheets of stickers. So that's absolutely wonderful. Now, the thing I liked about the way that these full boxes ended up on this half of the page is that if you look, you can see the visual triangle right between these 3. So sometimes I'll layer a couple of days together, having them overlap or whatnot for more of a scene. And then otherwise, I really do try to be mindful so that I'm sort of varying the location. And really, ultimately, this would be the goal, to have a visual triangle on this standalone page. Now, obviously, I have the stamped elements, so you really have 5 decorative bits, but if I'm just talking about the box stickers, it's perfect. Now, again, like we talked about last time, I am still using the Happy Planner icons. It would absolutely be silly for me to waste these, especially because they are perfect. Most of them are really great. I actually wish that there was a way to get more of just the icons, because a lot of them are really wonderful. And I think what's kind of cool about them too is that you can add color to them just by using like a Sharpie, and you can color them in as well. So they are pretty great, and I already have them in my stash, so I might as well use them. I'm just going back and adding icons to some of the activities. As we've talked about in the past, sometimes I just don't feel like doing it at a specific time for whatever reason, and so this works out. There are times that I'll just go back and batch add a bunch of icons, and it's really fun because then I do really enjoy it, and I enjoy seeing all the different icons in my stash and having fun with different little ones. Now you can see Friday was not very busy again because we are adding another full box right there in the middle. Now I decided not to use that one because it was very, very similar, if not the same as one I used on Thursday, and they were going to be fairly close together. And I didn't want that. It just wasn't great. So I decided to have one that was completely different. So I used that solid orange one instead. Again, some of these colors are kind of strange to me, like that bright orange, like it's super bright orange, but all together, like all of the colors together, they look really good. But like individually, if you look at one, you're like, oh, I don't know about that. Or maybe you're not. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Now there's an example right there of how I will sometimes overlap 2 stickers in a blank spot, and so have 2 days together versus creating a visual triangle or whatever, if you will. Although, look at that. Another visual triangle on this page with those boxes. It's pretty cool. I mean, there's 4, okay? So if you count like Friday and Thursday, like, so what would that shape be? I don't know. Anyway, let's ignore that I just even said that, okay? All right, so we're adding another little leaf over there on Sunday. And again, see how I'm cleaning those stamps off, just spraying the spray, like 1 or 2 squirts, and then wiping them on the scrubber. And it really is cool. Like, I love it that it gets the stamp super clean, and I love that it's biodegradable. So thanks so much, guys.